Hi, this is Mrs. Oakley, and as soon as our lesson loads, there we go. We're going to be doing Unit 2, Lesson 4, learning how to multiply multi-digit numbers. Now, I know you know how to do this. You've done this before, but we're going to go over this as a review. So, the result when multiplying is called the product. So, the answer of a multiplication problem is called the problem. It can be written in many ways. So, we can see 2 times 3 with the x, we can see 2 times 3 with the dot, and we can also see it with parentheses. So the 2 in front of the parentheses says 2 times what's inside. Good job. All right, so area models. Here's one strategy for learning how to multiply big numbers. So I took the 435 and I broke it into areas. So this is the 400 area, the 30 area, and the 5 area, okay? And then I also broke it into 2 sections. So this across would be the 20 section. This across would be the 5 section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply, and I'm going to multiply each one where they meet. So 420, if I go across, they meet in here. So I'm going to say 400 times 20. Well, that's easy to do because I can say 2 times 4 is 8, and then I can just add the 3 zeros, right? And then I'm going to come over here and I'm going to say 30, come down with 30, but I'm going to go across again with 20. 2 times 3 is 6, and there's 2 zeros, so that makes 600. And then I'm going to come over here where the 20 and the 5 meet, and I'm going to say 20 times 5 is 100. Now, I'm not done because that's 435 times 20, but it's not times 25. So we've got to come down and find out what 5 times 400 is, which is 5 times 4 is 20. Add 2 zeros, gives us 2000. 5 times 30 is 150, and we all know 5 times 5 is 25. Now, how do I get my answer? Well, in order to find that out, I have to take all the answers I got in these 6 boxes and I have to add them together. So 800 plus 600 plus 100 plus 2000 plus 150 plus 25. And that gets us a grand total of 10,875, which is our answer. Okay, so let's go in here and let's practice together. Now, let me show you how we break this apart. So we're going to take the big number on top. So 300, we're going to 200. We're going to use that expanded form stuff we talked about. So 300, 20, and 7. Now we're going to take the 21 and we're going to go on the side. That's a 20 and a 1, right? Okay, now let's do the multiplication. So 20 times 300 is 6,000. 20 times 20 is 400. 20 times 7 is 140. And 300 times 1 is 300. 20 times 1 is 20. And 7 times 1 is 7. Now remember, once I get these answers, what do I do then? Oh, yeah, I take them all and I add them. When I added all those numbers together, I got 6,867. Great job. Okay, now here's your turn. Go ahead and let's break this apart. So 100, 30, and 5. We get 10 and 5. Okay, pause the video, work through this, and then come back and see if you got it right. All right, so you should have said 10 times 100 is 1,000. 10 times 30 is 300. And 10 times 5 is 50. Then you should have come down here and you should have said 5 times 100 is 500. 5 times 30 is 150, and 5 times 5 is 25. Then you should have gone down here and added and gotten 2025. All right. Now, here's another method. This one's a little bit more confusing, but some people it works better for them. And whatever works for you is what's best. Okay. So you may choose that the area model is your favorite way of solving. That's great. Or you might try this. Or I'm going to also show you after this the standard model. All right, so how does this work? Well, we come down where the 5 meets the 2. So we say 5 times 2 is this box here. The top half of the box, the top triangle, is the tens column. The bottom triangle is the 1. So we know that 5 times 2 is 10. Okay. Now I'm going to say 5 times 5 is 25. Okay, so I got this column done. Now I'm going to come over here where 2 and 3 meet. 2 times 3 is 6. Notice because there's nothing in the tens column, 6 is a ones, I don't put anything in that triangle. Then I'm going to go down and say 3 times 5 is 15. Then I'm going to come over here and go back up. The 2 and the 4 have to say hello. 2 and 4 is times 4 is 8. And 4 times 5 is 20. Now, how does this get me my answer? Well, first off, we're going to come down here and say this is 5 because we're already done with the top number. So we don't use the outside numbers. Now we're looking at just the inside. Well, under this line is the 5. On top of the line, we have a 0, a 2, and a 5 in this section. So we have to add those. 5 plus 2 plus 0 is 7. Then we're going to go to the next diagonal section. So 1 plus 6 plus 1 plus 0 is 8. And we come up here, 8 plus 2 is 10. Can't put two numbers in it, so the ones place goes here, 10 goes there. So what is my answer? Well, if I go here, it's 10,875. Kind of tricky. All right, let's practice another one. So I got the 123. I didn't use expanded form in this one. All I did was give each column. So this is the 100 column. This is the tens column, and this is the ones. Here's the tens going sideways and the ones going sideways. Okay. Okay, so again, we're going to see where the 3 and the 1 meet. 3 times 1 is 3. We're going to come down here and say 3 times 2 is 6. Okay, let's go back up. Now let's do the tens column. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. All right, let's do the hundreds. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Now remember, we're going to do everything under this line. Well, the only thing inside the box is a 6. Coming in this section here, we have 3 plus 4 is 7. And we have 2 plus 2 is 4. And the only thing in the box up here is a 1. So notice that our answer is 1,476. Good job. All right, now it is your turn to try. I want you to pause this video and I want you to work it through. When you get it done, make sure you've done the addition and you've gotten the answer. And let's see if you got it right. All right, you've come back, which means you've worked this out. So let's see if you got it right. You should have said 3 times 1 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Should have gone to the tens column. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. Go to the hundreds column. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. Now, 9 is the only thing inside the box under this line. Between these two lines here, we have 3 and 3, so we add them to get 6. Between the next two lines is 6 and 1, so 6 plus 1 is 7. There's nothing except for the 2, so we pull it down. So your answer should have been 2,769. Great job. All right, I'm going to show you one more method. This is called the standard method. Now we start with each number individually. So first off, we're going to start in the ones place. So here I did 5 times 5 is 25. I put the 5 up, brought the 2 up here. 5 times 3 is 15 plus 2 is 17, and I carry the 1. 5 plus times 4 is 20 plus 1 is 21. So there's that. Now that takes care of the 5. Now we're moving into the tens position. So to do that, I have to put a 0 here. Okay, so that's that first 0. Then I said 2 times 5 is 10. I put the 0, carried the 1. 2 times 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7, and 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, so this represents the ones column. This represents the tens column. Now, to find my answer, I'm going to add them up. And that's going to get me 10,875. Great job. Okay, let's practice another one. So remember, we're starting in the ones. So 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Great job. Now, done with the ones place, we're moving into the twos place. Remember to put your placeholder. So put that 0. And then I said 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. And then after I got those two answers, remember, ones, tens, I'm going to add these and I'm going to get 4,686. Great job. All right, go ahead and pause this video and I want you to try this one. Once you're done, I want you to come back and see if you did it correctly. All right, so you should have done 4 times 1 is 4. 4 times 4 is 16. Carry the 1. 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 1 is 13. Okay, done with the ones. Now we're moving in the 10s, so we're putting that placeholder. And then 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 3 is 3. And then we just add, and we get 4,774. Great job. That is the last of Unit 2, Lesson 4. You're ready to go on to practice.